We also put 39 for-sale owner-occupied condominiums in that project.
City Center 1 fulfilled a goal of the city of getting owner-occupied housing units back into downtown. This is a key ingredient of making a downtown work. And this was the first of hopefully several projects that will get residents back into downtown.
Well, it was originally billed as residents living in the downtown area and therefore adding to the economic stability of the area, but quite frankly, most of the residents of these condominiums up here are students.
There's some rich kids living up there, if there's kids up there, students, and that wasn't supposed to happen either. That was another thing the city had told the community, that there would not be students living up in the city center.
It was a very successful project and continues to be a successful project.
For actually bringing people, longtime residents who live in downtown East Lansing, it hasn't really lived up to that.
The condos were not to be leased to students.
And they were absorbed as quickly as I can recall any condominium project being absorbed in this area.
They had so many vacancies that in order to come out even or ahead on the structure, they opened it up to students, which caused problems with some of the residents that were told no students are going to live here.
We wanted to bring 4 or 5 nationally or regionally recognized trade names into the downtown to anchor the downtown.
There's no curb appeal. A simple thing is lost.
Because they would be traffic builders.
Well, I mean, you know, they do have name recognition, but every time you spend $1 in there, most of it's not staying in this community, other than maybe the people that work there if they happen to live in this community, but otherwise your money's leaving the town.
I think with the more homogenized look, it doesn't have the visual draw. When I see a building like this with all the different business names, I don't want to go in there because it all looks like the same thing, even though there's different names at different spots on the building. The way that it used to look downtown, each space was a separate structure with a separate color and a unique sign and a unique business. And now it's all blended together so much that it doesn't have the curb appeal to bring shoppers inside.
Once we started building the traffic builders, then your locally owned mom and pop businesses, if you will, could slot in there and feed off the traffic that the nationally recognized names would be bringing in.
It depends on what they're going to charge them for rent.
Just because there's retail space in the downstairs of a large structure doesn't mean people are going to come there.
Do these large stores that come into East Lansing and other places affect it negatively and force out individual stores? There's no question, I think, that this has happened.
It hurt a great deal, and I don't even like to look at the building.
They don't have the local flair that a regular business would if it was owned here. It just kind of erases the uniqueness of East Lansing.
There was a lot of criticism that we tried to turn our downtown away from locally owned business towards nationally recognized franchise names. That couldn't be further from the plan, further from the concept. That's not at all what we tried to do.
I just think right now it's tilted more to the chain operations than it is the locally business.